that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Ohio State's offense comes onto the field first today. Last time these two met, Ohio State didn't just fight that team across the field. They pretty much knocked them out, stomping Michigan.
Yeah, it was a heavyweight knockout, too. They were throwing haymakers right from the opening bell. We know that Ohio State recruits at such a high caliber. They're consistently pumping guys into the NFL. First-round talent as well. Last year's game, all of their best players, they showed up in.
And Michigan had no answer, and now does Michigan have an answer this year? Because it's another talented Buckeye team. Every year you're going to play the Buckeyes, they're going to be talented. Michigan has to make the game physical. Michigan has to play their brand of football if they want to change the outcome.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out.
Fires toward the end zone. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Punts it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie. Instead, you knock it off the post.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. So here comes the Michigan offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Right down the boulevard. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Creates a little room. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2.
Oh, he's got some space. Quick step and go.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bringing it out. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year,
he hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26. There he goes! Continues to fight for yards. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. He wants to throw it. Rushes on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jordan. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He's loose. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. He'll keep it himself. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the closest. Jim's still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent, it's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Turns it on in midfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really played out.
Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Army. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the catch. At the 45 on its way. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Defense in press coverage. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers in deep.
He's going to fire deep. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
Third down and long is the hardest down to execute in football, but this offense made it look easy. Nice job being aggressive, making the big play down the field, and now set up in a position where they can go get a touchdown on first and goal.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and goal, you can't hear
quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Trying to pound it in. He gets it down to the 3 and not an inch further, and they get a stop on 4th and goal. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And the Buckeyes buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
It's a running room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the...
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Catch in the middle, it's McLeod. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. If you're able to move the ball on a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Rides to the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
There's the pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Power football with the run.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, the ground game.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Michigan offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking to the big tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Creates a little space. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Buys a little extra time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes a grab on the shot. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9 for first and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he's made 1 already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
The Wolverines line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Finding open areas. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabs it in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's McLeod. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They're working that left side. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. Lets it fly. Tight end finds a soft spot.
As a former quarterback, guys, I love drag routes down close to the goal line. You're hoping you're going to get a mesh. You're going to get him freed up, and it's just a catch and walk in. But the defense makes the tackle there. Now setting up 4th down. Do you have the guts to go that same pass? Here on offense.
The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. The sneak scores it.
And man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held them so many times, and man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality. They pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Purdue. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid. It's blocked. He couldn't get it away.
And you got to got to give the special teams coach a lot of credit. He's been game planning this all week long. He saw something on film that made him believe they might be able to get some push and get some penetration right up the middle of the field, and it worked. Huge play on the block punt.
Leaves it with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to swing it on second down. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Got like that big, reliable security. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They'll try to get it in with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. The give to the big fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like they know they got him right where they want. Got him at third down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
The Wolverines will punt this one away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man to the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Final play of the quarter coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the...
Going for the big play. Pulls it in down the sideline. Off to the races to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to do better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
They'll run it from the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Snags it over the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So here comes the Michigan offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Setting up the screen. Hard running there. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at feet. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Can't get him to the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The give to the fullback. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After that last incompletion, man, do they need to connect. There he goes! And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. Tripped up for the tackle. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Finds some room. Touchdown Wolverines. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll come up and take a knee. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.